Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson. All of our unhappiness stems from fear, and society indoctrinates us with fear. This fear is compounded by individualism, which teaches us that only naive people are kind and loving. Marianne Williamson's book Bites explain why, if we can learn how to give ourselves over to a non-denominational higher power, we will experience liberation and joy. These book bites also explain how the Sea of Love is more than just a classic 1950s tune, how to find your divine mission in life, and how gift-giving can help us forgive and move on in life. We are all connected through a powerful force of love, which some call God, and we can break this cycle and reject fear for good. Carl Jung coined the term collective unconscious to describe it, and mystics have compared our lives to a drop in the ocean or a grain of sand on a beach. People have been searching for the right words to describe this sea of love, and many cultures have called it God. However, many people get uncomfortable around the word God due to some misconceptions about it. This book is intended to help people understand that they are all part of the same mind, and that they are not separate individuals. It is not necessary to be religious to believe in God. All you have to do is believe in love. Surrendering to a higher power is not an act of weakness. It offers comfort and guidance. This can be achieved in 2 stages, clearing your mind of all thoughts and praying to God for guidance. When the limits of human capabilities are reached, miracles happen, and it is at this point that people realize that God has more power than they do. An addict who finds God can be seen as giving himself over to a much greater and more powerful force that has the capability of changing his life for the better. If you want the best possible life, you need to give in to a force as great as this and trust that you're in good hands. God can guide your career and help make the world a better place, and it is important to listen to God and discover the nature of your divine mission. The author also explains that any job can be a divine mission, and that if you have God guiding your life, you can advance easily up the ladder. Finally, the author emphasizes that having the right attitude is more important than you think, and that the best candidate for a job is the person who comes to the interview with a kind and loving attitude. The majority of the hardship we experience is due to our attitude toward other people, and we can let go of these burdens and let God take over by asking ourselves, what would God do? For example, the author was struggling with her troubled relationship with her mother, but when they were walking through Venice and crossing St. Mark's Square, she asked herself, how would God see my mother? The answer was immediately clear, and instantly Williamson was able to see her mother with loving, non-judgmental eyes. Similarly, if someone has hurt you, it can be difficult to let go of bad feelings and allow for positive thoughts. But there are practical steps you can take to bring about forgiveness. For example, you can start by making kind gestures to those who have hurt you in the past. Finally, you can ask God for the strength to see the person as God would see them, as a human being who deserves the chance to be happy. The author was eager to help a man heal the wounds of the past, so her advice was for him to do what his father never did and start sending presents. To forgive, it is important to keep in mind that the only time we have is now and that the universe is constantly providing us with the opportunity to create a clean slate. To live in the moment, meditate, ask God to guide you in living more in the now, and experience the world through the wondrous eyes of a child. Empathy and understanding can help break the cycle of suffering and make people feel better. But it is difficult for people with difficult childhoods to understand and accept that past trauma can cause someone to hurt their feelings. This can lead to a cycle of suffering, like what we see in the U.S. prison system. This book discusses the importance of creating a culture of empathy in order to reduce the crime rate. The author was at a salon one day when another customer came in with a cold and bitchy attitude. The author asked God for help and guidance, and the woman opened up to the hairdresser about her abusive father. By being open-minded and empathizing with the woman, the author felt much better. The key message in this book is that the world will be a better place when we stop living in fear and start embracing love and seeing that we are all part of a united force. Actionable advice includes starting your morning off with love and God, asking God to guide you through your day, and trusting that the collective mind knows what is good for you and the planet.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries. And feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.